Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mike Carrion.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. The NBA bit has returned. It has returned. Who do we have in the chat this morning? We got the common man. You know what? I didn't even realize it was Friday the 13th. Spooky. Snoop Loop, National Ice Cream Day. Okay. Well, I love it. Airport beers tomorrow. Listen, my flight, I have to leave my apartment at 5. I think, and I love an airport beer. I would put an airport beer up there almost. It's the second best beer you can have, with the first one being after yard work. I would do like you finish mowing the lawn, beer number 1. That's number 1 beer. Number 2 beer is an airport beer, though. I won't be having one. That's too early. I can't do that. I can't. Even I have limits. And that is going to be such a long day tomorrow. Sneeps is here. We got Weisberg in the chat. Weisberg, fresh off his 29-Xer that he hit last night. Regulators here to talk Charlotte Hornets. Oh, Skeets with the little Vegas energy. He's going to be up. Skeets, weigh in on your airport beer situation. You don't have a lawn. No, but I've mowed a lawn before. I've mowed a lawn. Is the beer app? No, come on, listen, dude. I don't know how adventurous you think I am, but it's not that kind. What's up, Boston based, fresh off of the happiest place on earth? Listen, we're back. I'm pretty excited for Vegas, though. I am. Normally, I get a little angsty before traveling, and I don't know if it's because I was so busy this week. I haven't had a chance for the angst to settle in. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Tickets secured. Tickets are in the AXS app. We've got 3. It's the same seat for all 3 guys. We're like section 5, which I can't remember if I shared this because I think I got them yesterday. Section 5, which is like mid-court, first section in there, just like a handful of rows back. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Patty Coyne in the chat. He's going to be there. Skeets obviously is going to be there. Taylor Meyer, he's going to be there. So if you guys are going to be out there, make sure you hit us up. We're going to be doing some form of a happy hour, I think either on Sunday or Monday, and then we'll have to go. You might have to fly through the drone field over Jersey. That's true. I might be taking one of the drones out there because I am flying out of Jersey. Flight is at 10 a.m. All right, so that's right at the cusp of an airport beer. I can't God. So are you missing the first game? I'm trying to think of what time 10 a.m. gets you out there. It's like right at the start of the first game. I don't know. Anyways, I'm excited. I'm really excited to get out there. Just a heads up. So we have Live Before Lock today at 5 p.m., which is very exciting. We're also recording episode 3 of Hoop Sense, so go check that out when it drops early next week. I don't think we'll have a Live Before Lock on Monday because I will still be in Las Vegas. So no NBA bit on Monday either. I will have some stuff for you guys, but just no NBA bit. And then I think that's it. I don't have a report back on our 40 and over basketball game because the gym was double booked. I was supposed to play last night, got a notification in the WhatsApp that we were double booked. So first game is going to be next Thursday. Not that you guys want updates, but I have anxiety. So that's why. All right, let's get in. Let's do some stuff. So we haven't had an NBA bit since we got the rest of the Vegas lockdown, and we're going to start lockdown. I don't know why I called it lockdown. We're going to start with this tweet here as I switch our backgrounds up a little bit. We're going to start with this tweet because I think this is perfect. Oh no, did I lose it? No, here it is. So I don't know how many people saw this. But Josh Hart with the funny quote tweet the other day. It was, so this guy, Salvatore, JSM said, you need to learn to make some fucking stops on defense. Have no business letting these bums keep up with you. So Josh Hart quote tweets this. This is on December 10th, and he says, you're right. I'm going to tell the guys you have to lock in on defense because JSM 860 said so. You changed the season for us in New York. Look at this quote tweet by OG Anunoby Addict. JSM 860's words meant nothing to y'all. So I haven't laughed that hard in a while. That was a good one. Let's go talk about Atlanta and the New York Knicks. Hey, we mentioned this last week. Is Jalen Johnson making an all-star team? I think we got to get him in an All-Star game. He's awesome, man. He's awesome. Atlanta was so bad in the first half offensively that, and I'll full disclosure, watch this game a little bit later because I was at a concert. I went to see Guster. It was like a Guster, which if you guys know me at all, you know I'm a Guster head since day one. But slash comedy show, and it probably was in a venue. This is the most New York shit ever. Tom Papa, you guys know the comedian Tom Papa? Tom Papa dropped in, did a set. There was some like character stuff that was happening. They probably played like 10 to 12 songs. It was in a venue that fit like 100 people. It was dope. It was dope. Anyways, but I was checking the scores on the phone as I was going along. And at the end of the first half, seemed like the Knicks were just gonna, they decided to play defense that game. Not so fast. Second half, they come out and Trae Young and Jalen Johnson, just awesome. Look at the stat line from Jalen Johnson, who, again, Jalen Johnson and Anthony Black, those might be the jerseys that I'm buying this year. 21 points, 15 boards, 7 dimes, 2 steals, and a couple blocks as well. Ice Trae with 22 and 11. I got to tell you, I don't know how I feel about wow, this is weird. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about rolling the dice on the logo. I think I like the intent. The intent is like we're going to Vegas, pretty salty. But it read a little corny, a little bit more corny than I wanted. Did Tony hit? No, Tony wasn't there. Tony was not there. But Atlanta comes back. I am enjoying this Atlanta team, and I haven't said that since like Paul Millsap. They just have a lot of guys that they throw out there. Like their rotation makes sense. And we've actually said this about Atlanta for the last couple of years, right? It seems like they should be better than they were because they had just like enough guys to throw out there. But Risa Shea still in the starting lineup, just giving him 17 minutes. But then it's like, do we ride Capella or Kongwu? Who knows? We can go small, throw DeAndre Hunter out there. And DeAndre Hunter, watch out Peyton Pritchard. DeAndre Hunter coming at you. He's been awesome. 24 points off the bench, 8 for 15. I thought, speaking of Skeets and No Dunks, listened to them yesterday. I thought they did a good job talking about DeAndre Hunter, so I won't steal all their stuff. You should just go watch their episode from yesterday. But Atlanta, man, is just kind of fun. And I don't want this to turn into like the Knicks suck, because I don't even think it was that. I think Atlanta just kind of came out, punched him in the mouth in the third quarter, and then the Knicks didn't really respond. Like, look at this, man. They were held to 22 in the first, 25 in the second. They come out, outscore the Knicks 34-18 in the third quarter, and then just held on for dear life. Karl Anthony Towns, again, just continuing to doing cat stuff this season. He really, like, offensively, just been awesome. 19 points, 19 boards. Jalen Brunson was fine. Only took 5 for 15. That's kind of rough, right? Rough shooting performance. He had 14 and 8. Josh Hart, 21, 8 and 6. And then, like, Bridges OG, like, all five guys, and starting all 5 starters in double figures. But then you look at the bench, and this has been the problem for this team, right? And this is why Tibbs plays his guys north of 38 minutes a game. It's because Precious Achiuwa plays 19 minutes. That's fun. But then it's Jericho Sims, Campaign, and Deuce McBride. Mitchell Robinson, there was a report on him. He's not going to be back until like late January, it sounds like. And they need him. Weisberg said he got passed over for the Olympic team last summer because basically everyone hates him. Yeah, dude, Trae's been great. And I mean, we were talking about all-star selections last week, and like who were going to be the guards. And I was saying like Trae Young probably deserves to be there, but no one ever votes for Trae Young because apparently they don't like him. This feels like different energy in Atlanta. And again, they're only 2 games over 500, but I mean, they've got some real wins this year, right? They're the team that beat the Cavs twice. This is a pretty good win in New York, in the Garden. Clearly the Knicks wanted to win this one. I saw some copium from some fans of teams that lost in the quarterfinals being like, they actually wanted to lose this game because they didn't really want to travel to Vegas anyways. And it's like, well, you know what? You're still playing another game. They got to, I mean, granted, I think it's the Pistons, but still, or no, it's the Magic, I think. But anyways, great win for Atlanta. I thought this was pretty fun. Knicks, I'm not like freaked out. Like you shouldn't be like, oh, the Knicks are screwed. I think they really do have to address their defensive tenacity, especially their interior defense. And maybe Mitchell Robinson comes back and a bigger maybe as he stays healthy. But it seems like the East is a little bit more jumbled than we thought, right? I think like heading into the season, we thought there were going to be clear tiers. It was going to be the Celtics, maybe a little bit of a teardrop, and then trying to figure out like some version of the Knicks, the Bucks, the Sixers we thought were going to be out there. But instead, it's like the Celtics and the Cavs, 1 and 2. And then it's just kind of everybody else in between. Miami, who we'll talk about a little bit later, they've been playing really good basketball. The Bucks have been red hot. The Knicks have been good. Atlanta's been good. This is a fun, I don't know. I think the East, like we were making fun of it a lot. Church League, garbage conference, right? I think the East has been fun. I think it's been fun. Regulator said as Trae's game matures, it seems Hawks are playing more team ball. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, if you look at Trae's stats from earlier in the season, too, like, he wasn't shooting the ball well, and maybe that early slump just allowed other role players and other guys on the team to like step up a little bit more, and then you gain trust in them when you see them continuing to knock down shots. But I think the two things here that's happened this year for Atlanta. I mean, one, the addition of three things. The addition of Dyson Daniels as a lockdown defender, the guy they thought they were getting with DeJounte Murray and someone that can play next to Trae and actually pick up some of the defensive load. Dyson has done that and been awesome. He sucked it up, if you will. Vacuum. But I think the other two things are Jalen Johnson turning into like a borderline all-star and DeAndre Hunter playing the best basketball of his life. I think has really changed the trajectory of Atlanta so far. So good win for A-Town down. We'll see him in Vegas. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of leaning New York. I kind of wanted the Knicks to win. I just figured that might be a little bit funner to see in real life. Although, man, if the Knicks won, maybe we wouldn't have everybody tweet out being like, oh my God, can you believe the ticket prices? I talked about this a little bit yesterday in the happy hour, which shout out to everybody who tuned in. We got to stop. Two things we got to stop doing. Ticket price conversation. I'm not interested. And then what's the other one? NBA TV ratings. Not interested. I don't want to have that dialogue. It doesn't impact me at all. It doesn't. I don't want to talk about TV ratings unless it's like negatives. No, we don't know. Who cares? It doesn't affect you. We don't need to do it. And like, of course, and I said it yesterday. The ticket prices of the NBA Cup were the same thing as NBA Top Shot. Everybody did a lot of speculative buying. They were like, oh, dude, if Steph Curry gets there, you know how many people want to travel to Las Vegas? Oh, if Jalen Brunson and the Ping Pong Boys, Cherry Ferrara from Entourage is going to be out there, red hot. He's going to want to get out there. We're going to sell these tickets. We're going to 3X. It's Las Vegas, 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, 2 weeks before Christmas. Nobody can travel. Of course the tickets are going to be cheap. Anyways, okay, let's go back. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Let's do this next game. Let's get caught up on the Western Conference here. And this was fun because Steve Kerr, just salty, man. Steve Kerr is so cranky. I got to tell, I'm a big Steve Kerr fan. Like, I'm not anti-Steve Kerr or anything. I feel like the shtick's getting a little old. I don't know. Or maybe I'm getting crankier. I don't know. The shtick's getting a little old. This was a really fun game. Warriors seemed like they had this one in control. Went out in the fourth quarter. What were they down? 5, 7. They were down 7 at halftime. And then win the third quarter by 8. So we had a 1-point lead going into the fourth. I mean, just the shooting percentages were garbage, right? Look at this. You got Kuminga 8 for 20, Curry 8 for 17. Actually, that's not as bad as I thought it was. It was just the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter was some gross basketball, just like some real defensive stuff. For everyone that's like, there's too many 3-pointers. Well, just watch this game. It was gross. But the play in question, I'm sure everybody's seen the highlight now, right? There was just a loose ball. I mean, it was a foul. Like, it was absolutely a foul. The NBA refs or the referee Twitter account, whoever came out and said, like, yeah, not only was it the correct call, but they also had a correct no call before that Steve was bitching about. I am here for the conversation that you don't make that call. That it was like, I'm a fan of the no call there. Like, just let it play out. I'm fine with that. However, you can't say it wasn't a foul. And that's what he's like. And it was a foul. It was a foul. And I think if you're the Golden State Warriors, you look in the mirror a little bit and you're like, hey, if we just hit one single shot down the stretch, you would have been fine. Steph was like the only one to hit the rim in the last 3 minutes of the game. It was tough. It was a tough performance from them. And I mean, credit the Rockets too. And this is how the Rockets are going to get their way. This is why I think they're going to be a fun playoff team, is because these are the types of games they can play and win. These gritty defensive matchups, right? Oh, I forgot to change the bang. There we go. Steve is so mad. But I was mentioning this after. I got to stop saying we talked about this. Bucks and Magic, right? The Magic like staying in these games because of this like gritty defensive tenacity that they bring night in and night out. Oklahoma City clearly has more talent than the Magic and the Rockets, in my opinion, but they do the similar thing where they're just swarming. They're playing crazy defense, and Houston is like that too. And I think what's pretty fun about Houston is like, right, they were pretty tight rotation actually in this game where Aaron Holiday got 12 minutes, but Amin Thompson and Tyree Eason 29 and 24 minutes respectively. They really have like 7 guys that they feel super comfortable with and interchangeable in a lot of ways. Part of the reason for that is because of how dynamic Amin Thompson is as a defender. But like if Jalen Green doesn't have it that game, you just throw Amin Thompson in there, right? If Jabari Smith doesn't have it that game, you can also throw Amin Thompson in there or throw Tyree Eason in there. They are like, they're not going to win 6th man of the year, but they should win like 7th and 8th man of the year. They've been a fun team, and they can just defend you in so many different ways. And they were doing some offense, defense stuff with Şengün down the stretch. And I'm a Gooner fan, man. 10 for 18 from the field, 26, 11, and 5 in that game. Just make some like tough plays. I don't know. It's good. What's going on with Scam Shitmore? Jesus, DJP. I think Cam Whitmore's solid. They're just too deep, man. It's too deep. Look, like, who are you going to play him over? You're going to play him over Amin Thompson, Tyree Eason. He's not really a guard, right? So that's it. You're not gonna get minutes in those close games. I do think like if Houston decides to make some moves around the edges, I know the Jimmy Butler thing. Jimmy Butler's not getting traded to Houston. I feel comfortable saying that. I don't think. Houston just went out of their way for like 3 straight weeks being like, there's not a chance we're traded anybody. Although their owner's now going to be joining the government, so maybe he needs to move off some assets. But I don't see it happening. But if Houston does make a move, I can see Cam Whitmore being one of the guys that is included in one of those deals. Just because, again, they're so deep. I mean, Reed Shepherd's not even playing. It's crazy. But let's Golden State here for a second. Can we just look at Golden State? Golden State, I believe, 3-7 in their last 10. I think that's right. They're 14-10 overall, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. But they look bad. They look bad. Like, look at here. Wow, ESPN, you're tweaking. Look at these last string of games. They lose to the Spurs by 10, the Nets by 8 at home. They lose to OKC. They lose to Phoenix, and I believe that was without KD. They lose to the Nuggets. They squeak one by the Rockets. That was a good W. They split with the Timberwolves and lose to the Rockets. And they just don't have. I don't think they've got that look in them right now. And I know I think the Bill Simmons podcast was talking about like they need to make a move. I just don't like. And we don't need to talk about the CBA. Nobody cares about that either. But I just don't know like who's signing up for Wiggins. Because that's what's going to have to happen. To get any sort of meaningful guy, you need to take Andrew Wiggins. And like, because I think if teams are trying to trade with Golden State, they want like Kuminga. They want Moody. The way Podziemski's playing, I don't know if they want Podziemski, but they want those 2 guys. And but in order to get those 2 guys to make salaries work, you're going to have to include somebody like DeAnthony Melton, who they can't even play because he's out for the year. Or Andrew Wiggins for that salary. So I just don't see, honestly, like all of the trade stuff is fun because we get to have agents yelling at Shams. We've got like something to talk about, right? I think Jimmy Butler stays on Miami. I do. We'll talk about Miami last night too. And like Jimmy Butler too. Jimmy Butler, you weren't ready for a hot take? Jimmy Butler is a less problematic Aaron Rodgers. That's it. Like, he just has to be talked about at all times. He's like, ooh, I'm in trade rumors. Let's do my hair in the color of the team that we're talking about today. And we'll just like rotate that throughout the entire week. And hopefully his teammates like him. So this is a little bit more fun than what Aaron Rodgers is doing. But it is the most attention-grabbing shit I've ever seen. It's crazy. But anyways, hold on. DDV to the Rockets would be nice. Yeah, I just don't think Minnesota would do that, right? Why is Minnesota trying to make Houston better? Dubs choosing Podziemski over Lowry is insane in retrospect. I know. I think he probably just goes to free agency. I think Miami just like hangs tight anyways. But anyway, Steve is really mad. He's going to get fined probably $1 billion for his comments after the game. But that gets us to Saturday, baby. That gets us to Saturday. The NBA Cup bracket. We've got Bucks and Hawks. That's going to be the early game. Ready for this schedule, man. So I leave New York City at 5 a.m. The flight leaves at like 7:15, I think. I think I land at 10:30. I got to sweet talk my friends at Park MGM, being like, baby, can I get in? Can I get into my room a little bit early? Because I'm gonna have to put some deodorant on and shower. That's gonna need to happen. Then we go right to the arena for Milwaukee Bucks, Atlanta Hawks. And I'm not saying we have open bar access, but we have open bar access. So we got Bucks and Hawks at 1:30 local time. I'm gonna be on West Coast time, bitches. I'm not gonna be talking East Coast time. 1:30. So what that game probably ends at like 3:34. And then I'm probably going to go find some more deodorant to put on. And then we get I think the main event here, Thunder Rockets. But you guys, you want some alpha here for this first game? Bucks and Hawks, Jalen Johnson overs. Milwaukee has been unable to defend wings this year. We also know they can't defend guards. So Trae Young assists, we're going to boost those to 15. I'm calling a 20 and 15 game from Trae. Jalen Johnson's going to go over 25 points in this game. But I do think, Giannis is also going to go for 40 probably. That's going to be a fun one though. Bucks favored by 3.5 right now, and then Rockets favored by 6.5. I tweeted this out on Wednesday night. Houston and Golden State were playing to see who could get their dicks kicked in by the Thunder. The Thunder are so good. The Thunder are so good right now. I will say Houston does play like a, not dirty, but like a dirty dog. You know what I mean? Like they get the dogs. I think they can defend and keep it close enough. Better get those pick'ems in before you leave New York. I know, dude. I'm so frustrated. I'm sure from the Newark airport, I'm going to be maxing whatever basketball contest they do. But anyways, I think Milwaukee ultimately wins a close game in that one. And I think the Thunder cover. And then we'll have Bucks Thunder on Tuesday night. And that'll be a fun one because it'll put Hartenstein to the test. Like one of the biggest issues for OKC last year is how do they defend somebody like a Giannis? Like anytime they go up against a Giannis or a Jokic or even an Anthony Davis, that they would get absolutely smoked. But in this scenario, I don't know. In this scenario, I feel like they can hang a little bit. So OKC raises the banner, baby. Raises the banner. 250 points in the East bracket, 180 points in the West for a total. Is that what you're saying? That's impressive. That's impressive. Yeah, Weisberg's talking about the trade stuff. Yeah, it's fun. It's just fun seeing Shams wiggle a little bit. We need somebody like a Woj. We need a young Woj. Forget young Sheldon. We need young Woj. There's a spinoff for you at ESPN Plus. Put it on the Ocho, baby. All right, let's go. Let's dive into some of last night's basketball. I want to tell you one of the dumbest things that happened last night. So you guys probably don't care about this, and that's fine. That's fine if you don't. But last night, I was deep in the underdog streets, as I tend to do. And my third highest owned guy last night on a 3-game slate was Jakob Poeltl. Now, Jakob Poeltl, right after like the game, technically the game's locked because they were supposed to start at 7:30 Eastern time. At 7:34, they tweet out, Bruno Fernando is starting. Jakob Poeltl now doubtful. Now, that's bad news. That's bad news for big old Zakarian. The way underdog works is once the game's locked, if somebody's out, they auto-swap somebody in. So my 27% Jakob Poeltl all of a sudden turned into a lot of Davion Mitchell, Isaiah Stewart, Jonathan Mogbo. But then guess what? Like Paul Pierce taking a dump during the finals, Jakob Poeltl, 2 minutes into the game, checks in. And you don't get re-swapped in that situation. You guys probably don't care about this, but I was beside myself. So let's start with that game because Toronto, this game was actually like sneaky fun. You know, Toronto's going to be bad this year, but they're like a decent watch here. They hung with Miami for most of the game. They stayed with them. Jimmy Butler, fresh off trade rumors, just ho-hum, 11-5-4. But Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, let's do a Tyler Hero drop, man. Let's get Tyler Hero to the All-Star game. I'm with Stan now. We need to get Hero to the All-Star game. He has been balling. Why can't I find the video? For some reason, the Tyler Hero one is just impossible to find. Where is it? There it is. But Tyler Hero playing some pretty good ball last night. He went 9 for 13 from the field. That's efficient AF. He had 23, 4, and 4. Bam, too, has been pretty solid lately. 21, 16, and 5. I feel like ever since we started making fun of him, he's been picking it up a little bit. And then, whatever. Just, who actually had a good game? Nikola Jovic, who's missed a handful of games here. He came back. He came back and dropped 14 off the bench. But he was part of that second quarter run where Miami ended up winning the quarter 35-24. He knocked down a couple of tough shots. Shout out Drew Smith, who sounds like an R&B singer from the mid-90s. He had 11 and 3. Anyways, good win for Miami, who's now starting to string together. Scotty Barnes is going to miss more time, so best ball bags are dead, just dead. Hero more important than Butler right now, yeah. Wet like I'm book in the chat says, so Pirtlegate last night, and now NBA Battle Royale's dead. Yeah, Underdog hasn't posted them yet. It was brutal. Especially because I feel really good about my ranks today. Really good about my ranks. But Toronto, they're fun. RJ Barrett triple-double. 13, 11, and 10. Big Dick Grady, he had 22 and 4. Shout out our pick'em looked good last night until the Drew Holiday steal things and Eves Missy didn't get there. But we called the Peyton Pritchard. We boosted that. We got the Grady Dick overs as well. But yeah, there's Jakob Poeltl right there off the bench, 16 and 4. Just so tilting, man. I mean, I guess that number wasn't that big. It didn't matter, but 16 and 4. So Miami gets another win. We'll look at the standings in a second. Let's do Celtics and Pistons. Tatum got ruled out. As Weisberg mentioned in the chat yesterday in the happy hour, maybe a little concerning that this seemed like a game Tatum would play because they hadn't played a bunch of games prior to this one, and they have a couple days off. Weird that he didn't play. But yeah, Tatum no go. And then, just anytime the Celtics are playing the Pistons, let's remember that Jaylen Brown quote, because Peyton Pritchard comes off the bench and in 31 minutes goes 10 for 20 from the field, 7 for 15, had a double-double off the bench, 27 points, 10 dimes for fast PP. Luke Cornett gave him a 12 and 7. Shout out our guy Sneepy Deeps. Porzingis was pretty solid, 19 and 8 in 30 minutes. 23 from Derek White. Yeah, Weisberg, good shout out on Ron Holland. He did play pretty good basketball, man. Look at this. In 21 minutes, got up 14 shots, knocking down 11 of them off the bench. He had 26. No Jalen Duren in this game, so Beef Stew got the start. Cade, I really like Cade Cunningham. I'm a sucker for Cade. I know he didn't have a great game. 3 turnovers, 9 for 22 from the field. 18, 8, and 8, though. Just good. Good stuff. Ivy had 10. Detroit kind of slipping after that fun start, but the Celtics at home, well rested. They pummeled them. Nothing to take away from that except shout out Noah Dazell. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Dazell, who beat reporter for the Celtics, was like quote tweeting herself from a long time ago saying Peyton Pritchard should be an all-star this year. He's not going to be an all-star, but I love that. I do love that take. I hope he's at the all-star game though, right? He should be in the 3-point contest for sure. Look at the 3-point percentage for Detroit. Yeah, dude, they were bricking out. You got 0 for 2. Oh no, that's Porzingis, excuse me. 1 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 2 for 9. You got 0 for 2, 1 for 3, 0 for 3. Yeah, 18% from 3, 7 for 37. Tough stuff. This game was out of hand. They were up 15 at halftime. It was over. It was Jover. Good win for the Celtics. Let's get that last game. The Pelicans drop one of the Kings. Kings finally get a win against the Pels. I think they lost 400 straight. Sabonis came out. I think he had 12 and 9 in the first 8 minutes of the game. He finished the game with 32 points, 20 rebounds, 3 dimes, 2 steals. He was awesome. You got 29 from DeRozan, who also picked up 4 steals. Monk, disappointed. Sorry to our guy, Super Carl. He only had 5 and 9. Keegan and Fox, both 18 respectively. On the Pelican side of things, CJ was awesome. late. It seemed like the Kings were going to be running away with this game as they outscored the Pels by 10 in the third quarter. And then CJ early in the fourth, just knocking down shots. I think he finished with 14 fourth quarter points. He had 36. DeJounte 29 and 7. Trey Murphy with 21 and 4. Kings finally get back to 500 here. Pelicans 5 and 21. The Pelicans are down so bad, so bad. But good win. Maybe they're turning it around a little bit. Maybe they're turning it around. Let's just poke at the standings here for a second because I just want to give Miami a little bit of love. Again, I know we making fun of the East, but I think the East is like a little trickier now than what we once thought. I'm not saying it's better than the West, but pretty solid, right? So Cavs and Celtics up the 1-2 here. Cavs 21 and 4, Celtics 20 and 5. They've split the season series so far 1-1. Magic still somehow 17 and 10. I imagine the Magic come back to earth a little bit here with no Paolo. No Paolo and Franz. It does sound like Paolo's back relatively soon though. Maybe like in a little bit here, maybe like a couple of weeks, but Franz is going to miss some time. And then you've got excuse me, the Knicks at 15 and 10, Heat now 3 games over 500, and the Bucks finally 2 games over 500, and then the Hawks right there 14 and 12. Clear drop off here after that. Brooklyn, who is going to be in every single trade rumor for the rest of the way, they're more likely to make a move than Jimmy Butler in my opinion. And then you have the Pacers and the Bulls both 10 and 15, Pistons 10 and 16. Sixers now have won 2 in a row. Joel Embiid's back tonight. Maybe they rip off some W's here. They're how many games? They're just a game and a half out of the play-in, which is insane. And then you've got Hornets, Raptors, and Wizards. DJP wanted me to sort by point differential. Sure. Wait, where is it? Oh, differential. Here we go. You got Celtics and Cavs right there. Let's look at the Wizards, though. Minus 16.2. If you subscribe to any NBA newsletter, Substack, they definitely wrote something about the Wizards being the worst team of all time. Let's go back to games back, though, because I want to do the Western Conference. Excuse me, guys. Oklahoma City Thunder there, 19 and 5, clearly the best team. Look at this, though. Rockets and Grizzlies. Rockets and Grizzlies both 17 and 8. Mavs right behind them at 16 and 9. And then the Warriors. Clippers, Nuggets, Lakers, Timberwolves, Suns. Kings right there, catching up to the Suns. It sounds like KD's back tonight, by the way, for Phoenix. I believe Phoenix has 1 win without Kevin Durant. The rest all with him playing. So they desperately need him back. But there you go. There's our standings. There's our standings for our check-in. Let's go. Let's pop around. Wait a minute. The Bobcats were the worst team of all time. Yeah, but the Wizards are about to have the worst point differential. They're on pace for the worst point differential of all time. Clay and the Mavs versus the Warriors on Sunday. There you go. All right. Let's do let's switcheroo here. I'll show you guys how I got bailed out here on Underdog last night. We had basically one lineup in each contest that I did that saved the day. Otherwise, it was going to be a fugly night because of that 27% Jakob Poeltl, that batness. But we ended up, I think, tied for 4th in hold on, let's go over to Underdog. Tied for 4th, I believe, in here it is. The crossover. Yeah. Tied for 4th in the crossover with 216.4. Tied with the Drip King. So here we go. We had a Sabonis, CJ, Derek White. I didn't talk about Derek White. He had a great game last night. Grady Dick, Agbaji, and then Mogbo. So that saved the day over there. And then in the main, this didn't even save the day, honestly. I think, what did it finish? Oh, wow. It dropped all the way down to 111th. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. So I'm not even going to share that one. So yeah, that one saved the day. Let's go look at some pick'ems, right? They still didn't drop an Underdog contest, right? Hold on. Oh, they did. They dropped the fast break. All right. They did. So there you go. 9K up to first here. Jackson said, would you trade SGA and Rui for Paolo and CJ? No, I wouldn't. You know why? Because I know CJ's nice right now, and I wouldn't do it though. SGA just fills up too many different stat categories. We don't know if Paolo's minutes are going to be monitored here as we get into as he comes back. You know what I mean? I just would prefer Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for sure. I'll show you guys my ranks here right off the bat before we do the pick'ems because I thought no LeBron tonight, right? So AD clear number 2 for me. I don't know if people are going to be drafting Embiid at 4, but he played 32 minutes last game, so I'm fine putting him there. I'm basically fading Anthony Edwards, who has an ADP of 5, which I think is crazy. And then I also played it that Evan Mobley is out tonight. That's what I ended up doing. I'm actually going to enter some contests right now in auto draft. I normally do that as I'm doing my research for the show in the morning, but we were unable to do that because the contest hadn't been live yet, which is so bizarre. So we're going to enter those. All right, let's do a pick 'em for tonight. Let's see what the internet's cooking up. If you guys are we back on our winning ways here? I have a couple from my guy. Here we go with Kev. Wow, he's got a lot for tonight. Our guy Metler. So one of his favorite ones is Siakam over 2.5 dimes here. Siakam over 2.5 dimes. There we go. That's a little ding there. What about KD? He also had Durant dimes. What's that one at 3.5? We get a little bit of a boost there. Let's not do that one. And then the other one he liked was Jeremy Grant, 14.5 points. All right, so there's our start. What do you guys have for me here? Pick 'em wise, thinking Jamal Murray under, Devin Booker under 25.5 is insane for Book. It's Utah though. The Utah thing makes me nervous, man. Utah makes me nervous just because they give up so many points, and if this game stays close, I actually think it's easier for Book to score with KD back, but. Oh, wait, I can't believe that's what that line is. 15.5 rebounds and assists. Oh, yeah, that's great. I wish we could like juice that up a little bit. Kessler over. Yeah, Kessler's been playing great too. We'll do it there. All right, Weisberg. What was the other one you had? Jamal Murray unders. Do we think it sounds like Jamal Murray's not playing tonight? I was reading some of the reports from practice yesterday, and it sounds like he's not there yet. I mean, which is a good under. Like if he goes, he's good to go. Does Westbrook have any lines here? No. I wonder if they only have Jokic and Jamal. I mean, an under is not. All right, let's just do under. We can do it. Under 18.5 points. Let's do that. All right, that's an 18xer. 18xer. Don't hate that. Lakers secondary player D-Russ. So I was looking at the D-Russ stuff. Wait, is that 4 picks or 5? How is that only 18x? 1, 2. Oh yeah, 3. That's why. I was looking at the Lakers stuff. My only concern with any sort of D'Lo thing is Austin Reeves is back. So if anything, I like Reeves a little bit more. Vooch double. All right, CG. We can build a big one. Vooch double. Double, toil and trouble. All right, we're gonna do an 8-man then. If we've got 6 picks, let's get the Durant assist one in there. That'll help out a little bit. And then let's do Austin Reeves assist. Let's do Austin Reeves assist here. Oh, I forgot I'm gonna have to enter all this into my phone. 5.5. Let's do it. That's 85x right there. That's easy, dude. This game's easy. All right, here we go. I'm going to have to do it again. I'll share this into the chat too afterwards here. So we've got Austin Reeves, 5.5 dimes. He's going to dime them up. We've got Anthony Davis, rebounds and assists. He's going to get that just on rebounds, man. I almost just want to boost his rebounds up. Honestly, they're playing Minnesota. All right, whatever. We'll leave it rebounds and assists. We got Durant over 3.5 dimes, which I like. We're going under on Jamal Murray's points, 18.5. So even if he gets ruled out, that's fine. We get the Vooch double, and then Jeremy Grant over 14.5 points, I believe. Double. We got Grant over 14.5. What was the other one we missed? Oh, Walker Kessler, Ranger, baby. The Kess. Every Kess begins with K. 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You went over on that. What was the other thing that I was missing? Austin Reeves. I'm missing one more. Oh, Siakam over 2.5 times. That was the other one. Siakam over 2.5 times. All right, so it's going to be 10 to win 850, and it's a flex play. So if we don't get them all, it's good. You have a long ass flight. I expect you to be. Oh wait, some of our picks are not available. Which one just got taken off the board? Which one got taken off the board? Oh, KD assists. Oh, no. Which one was off the board? Oh, Kessler. Kessler got taken off the board. Hold on. Let's see what we can do here. We got to have 8. Oh, it went up to 23.5. Woo! Oh, wait, you said points and rebounds. All right, there we go. We got that one back. All right, so 10 to win 850. I'll put this link in the chat. Give me 1 second. Obviously, as always, in case you're trying to come for my money, none of this is financial advice. And to bring that home,
none of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right?
All right, I'm going to get the link here in a second. We'll drop it in the chat now that it's in my drafts. Wait, what's today? Hold on. Drafts. Why is it not showing up in my drafts? All right, hold on. All right, there we go. There we go. Wow, this is a big boy. This is not going to win, but it's fun. But it is fun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a great question by Weisberger. We're going to get Scotty Too Hottie there. We're going to get Scotty Too Hottie. I wanted to go over to SORARE too before we get out of here. But, my go-to buffet? I don't know, man. I don't really know. Oh, my God. The Aria one I've enjoyed. Where else have I gone? The rewards came. The rewards came in on SORARE too. Let's open up some rewards. All right, here we go. So this is what we did on SORARE. Our common, we got a tier 3, whatever. Limited contender, we finished 66. We got a 4-star. Trey Murphy and Cole Anthony Trey Murphy had 27 at halftime, finished at 29. That was kind of tough. Cole Anthony was 7. He sucks. Rare Champ, we got a 3-star for Rare Champ. Giannis dropping 60. We finished 103rd. Needed Jimmy Butler to do something. And then a 4-star. We finished 20th with Rare Contender. So that's pretty fun. Let's go get a box. Let's claim these rewards here. First of all, let's see what we got. Let's see this common, baby. Forward, the Brooklyn Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith. All right, there we go. We got a 4-star box for limited. We got a 3-star box for rare. This is a pretty good game week for me, though, especially because we're playing the in-season stuff. 4-star box. All right, let's go open these. Let's go open these boxes, baby. Wait. All right, here we go. One. The limited one first here. Let's see what we got. Ooh, 5. Essence. There we go. Huge essence for us. Wait, what's going on? There we go. Here's our first rare box. Let's see. Essence. We got 3 of that one. Let's do our next one here. Another 3-star box. Let's see. Essence. All right, so we picked up 5 rares. Let's do an essence check here. So only 35, not enough essence for limited. Rare, we're up to 26. We got 5 super rares as well. There we go. That's not bad. That's not bad. We'll take it. We're grinding, baby. We're grinding. There we go. And a host of boxes. Just got Pritchard as your tier 1 rare reward. That's crazy. That's crazy. Although that'll come in handy on Christmas, probably. All right, let's see. I was starting to build some rare champs here. I'm still gonna I think I'm still gonna do so. Anthony Davis, we're gonna fire AD in there. So that means the rest of them have to be limited in season. So we got Suggs. I mean in season, not limited. We're gonna throw Suggs in there. I think we're throwing Miles Turner in there. So we've got an average of 29 the rest of the way. There was somebody else. Oh, Desmond Bane for sure is going in there. And then that leaves us with 32. Sohan, Ayton, Vassell. Oh, we still got Micic down. Oh, no, that's a different one. I think we'll probably end up just throwing. I feel like DeAndre Ayton with 2 games or Devin Vassell with 2 games. Ayton's just been so weird, but we're going to throw Ayton in there. Ayton's probably get the most upside of those. I'm sure I'll change this a bunch, but that's going to be my champion. I am taking Anthony Davis over him. Wait, can I do another? Let's see if we can build another good. I think I might do this. I might do this here. Can I just add discover new comps? Let's do another rare champ because I can do 2, right? Because what if we just do that? Originally, I was going to focus on contender, but what if we throw Giannis in there and then we throw Black in this one? Because then that leaves us with 35 the rest of the way. And I feel like we could throw in Kyrie with 1 game, which I don't. We could do Jalen Johnson. This would be fun to go back and forth here with those 2. We throw Devin Vassell Because what's my next? Oh, you know what we could do here? If we go lower than Devin Vassell, does that get us up to Kyrie? Like we could throw Al. I don't really want to do Shaden Sharp though. Shaden Sharp, and then that gets us to third. Oh no, we're gonna miss it anyways. We're gonna miss it anyways. All right, so we'll just do a balance build there. We'll do a balance build of Denny's been kind of rough lately, hasn't he? We need like some injury news for Denny to play. But we'd go Jonas, maybe just Jonas, and then maybe I'll buy one. But for now, I think I would do this instead, just so I could get Giannis in those. We can just do it Giannis before. Vassell's better. There we go. There we go. No. Who was the guy we hated? Was Simon the guy there was one guy I hated. Remember that? All right, there you have it, baby. 46 minutes of fury. Just a reminder, what do we got going on the rest of the day? I got to get out of here soon to go record episode 3 of Hoop Sense with our guy Trey. That'll be fun. Got to do a little bit more prep work before we get out of here. And then 5 p.m. live before lock. We're back here grinding out some SORARE EV. Maybe some more pick'ems and stuff like that too. You opened 8 boxes and you got my first rare essence in a limited box. There you go. Nice hit. That's like when I got the super rare and a rare one. That actually bummed me out because I'm not, how many, it's going to take forever for me to win super rare essence unless I become rich. But yeah, live before lock will be back at 5. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. Go spread the good word, spread the good word. Spread it. Pause. All right, guys. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. I hope to see every single one of you in Las Vegas this weekend. We out.